Shalom. First, I want to say all praise and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakadosh. Double understand elder apostle, the great millstone, rule well, and who have taught us this truth. Shalom to you, sincere Akim, your fellow laborers out there. Out here again. Today's date is the 6th of February, 2022, on the so-called Sunday. Is getting into the scriptures, man. Prophesying the downfall, because not only to get into the scriptures, but bringing out prophecy, and bringing out the downfall of this place you call America, which is Babylon the Great in the Bible, the 1611 King James Version Bible, which is a great city of confusion. Tell the people on this sign right here, those of you that are of so-called Negro, so-called Native American, and so-called Latino or Hispanic descent, that you are the true children of Israel according to the Bible. All right. And then today, I'm just going to current events for the moment. I've been speaking on it for the past couple weeks. There's this so-called heightened tensions between Gog and Magog, Russia. You got U.S. Babylon the Great, and NATO. All these heightened tensions, this battle of this media battle that's going on within the news media, or MSM, mainstream news media, or mainstream media just for short. So I've been going in about that. I've been talking about speaking on the World War III. But how you know that this whole media campaign, this Ukrainian situation here is it's not light, but it's not going to happen as of yet because of the one major prophecy that we're looking for, which I'm going to get into, is the Charagma, which is the RFID microchip. All right, that's the MOTB, or is known as the mark of the beast in the Bible. All right, so we're going to get into that because that's the one major prophecy we're looking for. All right, to come to pass. And it hasn't happened as of yet. We know it's out, but it hasn't been forced on the people. All right, because in the prophecy says that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, which is the Charagma, which is the RFID microchip. So let's get into that. I'm gonna start at. I'm gonna go open up in Revelation 3. And 10. Revelation 3 and 10, and this is in red. So anytime it's in red, Yahweh Shah is speaking. All right. It says, because thou, this is what the words of Yahweh Shah. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. So, what Yahweh Shah is saying is, all right, there's going to be an hour of temptation, right? Now, what does temptation mean? Let's go. We'll go with the blue letter. Gotta look up your words, So let's go to the blue letter. New Testament, Revelation 3. Verse 10. With the word temptation. All right, here we go. It's the word temptation. Strong's G 3986.
Strong's G 3986. Pyrasmas. Pyrasmas.
Harashmas is the word. It says an experiment, an attempt. It says an experiment, attempt, trial, proving, the trial made of you by my bodily condition, since conditions served as to test the love of the Galatians toward Paul, trial of man's fidelity, integrity, virtue, constancy, an enticement to sin, temptation, whether arising from the desires or from the outward circumstances, an internal temptation to sin, the temptation by which the devil sought to divert. it says Jesus, but we know his name, not Jesus. It says Yahushua Mashiach from his divine errand, of the condition of things or mental state by which we are enticed to sin or to a lapse from the faith in holiness, adversity, affliction, which now we get heavy, adversity, affliction, trouble, sent by the Most High and serving to test or prove one's character, faith, and holiness. Yeah, so it says temptation, child of God by men, says rebellion against the Heavenly Father, by which his power and justice are, as it were, put to the proof and challenged to show themselves. When you boil it down, man, it really just simply means affliction or adversity and troubles. All right, this is what's coming. All right, Revelation 12:12. Behold, the devil has come down to you, having great wrath. All right, because he knows he has a short moment. All right, so we know that that's going to that pertains to Esau, Edom, because he's the devil. All right, Esau is. So it's going to be a time of or hour of trouble or adversity. All right, was going to try. It says going to try them to dwell upon the earth. And let's see what the word earth is for the precept. Yeah, Orchimene. Inhabited earth. Orchimene. Right, Orchimene. So this is going to try everyone all the inhabitants that dwell upon the earth. All right. This is the hour of temptation that Yahweh Shai is speaking about. All right, which we know is going to be a time where that charagma, all right, which is the MOTB, is going to be made to be mandatory. All right, so let's go from there to the prophecy itself in the book of same book, Revelation. Let's go down to the 13th chapter. This is Revelation 13, in verse 16. It says that he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, says free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now we know when we look that word up, it's a Greek word there named the word, I'm sorry. The word is charagma, or charagma, which it means to insert or to implant. And what they're going to insert or what they're going to try to insert or implant in you is an RFID microchip, which that's the new Dubithal device. That's the Dubithal digital device that they're going to force upon you. All right, and it could result into you losing your life. All right, bear me 1 second. Let me adjust some. All right, so that can result into you, losing your life if you don't consent to receive of this mark or receive of that chip. All right, so It says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the number of the beast, or the name of the beast, the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that had understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score, score is 20, so 3 score make it 60, so 660 and 6, so 666. And this is where you get the barcode system of Esau. All right, 666 barcode, and how it plays a part of this buying and selling industry. All right, which is everything you have to buy and sell, right? But there's barcodes on everything, and it always involves these, well, this 666 number, which they've been brought out for many years now. So the key point is you're not going to be able to buy or sell except you have this charagma. It said it had the mark, which the word mark is charagma again in the Greek. All right, and so this is our temptation right here. That's how we know that this World War III, which has been constantly brewing, it ain't gonna fully happen until this major prophecy that we're watching and waiting for to happen is implemented. All right. So really it's just heightened tensions between the nations. Referring to Ezekiel 38 chapter, where Most High say will put hooks into the jaws of Gog and Magog. All right, and he said that he's gonna make them protect the countries. All right, because who's the one that's coming up against U.S. and NATO? All right, when it comes down to this so-called war on terror, that's Russia and his allies. All right, Russia and his allies, because of the destabilization of the earth, as far as all the regime changes that U.S. and NATO have been unjustly doing. And in the meantime, since U.S. and NATO have been, really, you can go back before it was deemed war on terror. Go back to the fall of the Soviet Union, and even before then, where the U.S. and NATO were overthrowing different countries, and in doing so, it was implementing this military posts in these different countries, and encircling Russia to the day where it's up to Russia's border being Ukraine. Okay, so this has been going on for a while. It's Cold War. They call it the new Cold War. Well, the scripture say nothing new under the sun. This Cold War never really died. It's just the part where, back in the day, you had the Cuban Missile Crisis. I spoke about that the other month, where you had Russia had put missiles in Cuba, and the world was on the brink of another major scale world war, and it didn't happen because it wasn't time yet. According to prophecy, it wasn't time yet, because there are other prophecies that got to come to pass. All right, like the one I'm speaking of about this charagma. All right, so we know that the charagma is a major prophecy that we expect to happen real soon. I did not just myself, I just say I'm just speaking to what I did as of recently. I did a video. I know I did like one or two of it involving video. Oh yeah, video for RT News, where I had seen another video, and this guy had 5 chips in him, and he was showing it was more than 5 chips, I believe. But anyways, the guy had multiple chips in him, period. And he was buying and selling, going into his home, opening his car, his financial records, all that was kept on these chips. And he just had it where he had a different thing on different chips. But you don't need all those chips. All right, you don't need all those chips to have enough space for all those different things. You can make all the information on one chip because that chip goes with the cloud. All right, there's a cloud, right, which the government stores data from everyone. If you have a cell phone or any kind of smart device, smart electronic device, all right, everything goes into the cloud. All right, basically your government spying on you, or putting the things you do in the algorithm. All right, and also keeping the habits of people's daily, keeping basically a digital account of people's daily lives, man. In other words, because when you look into the technology of the cloud and how location work with your mobile device, anywhere you go, it can tell you where you're at, the exact location. It can tell you the degrees, it's called longitude, latitude. It can tell you everything, right? Even when you texting someone, what comes up is share location. And some devices automatically share location with people that you have in your contacts. All right, I was before I came around the camp, I was texting someone. And it said share location. Automatically came up. I ain't push nothing. What the hell? So the RFID microchip and the cloud work hand in hand. It doesn't need to be powered by a battery. All right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look it up right now. So I'm on Google. I typed in what powers the RFID microchip. So basically, you just send out these radio frequency shock waves. That would or cause your chip to show up on the grid. All right, which they have plenty of waves of electronic shock waves to alert the chip to know who's in the area. Of course, you got passcodes or passwords. You know, you got different kind of RFID. You got the UHF, ultra, high frequency. So it's the different things they use to power the chip. All right. So also the data that's stored on there, it has a in the hard drive of it is I forget the let's get it while I'm on the subject, man. Shlaki. I'm just looking it up. I'm gonna get back to the scriptures. 1 second. It's hardware says the most basic radio frequency identification solution is made up of 3 main hardware components. These components are the RFID tag, the RFID reader, and the antenna. So it has an antenna that picks up the shock waves, all right, the frequency shock waves, all right. It says the components of the basic RFID are an integrated circuit (IC), an antenna, and the substrate that holds it all together. So the reader itself holds all the data it needs. All right, when the reader comes up on the device, it reads the information. And of course, you probably need a pass. They're gonna make it where you're gonna need a passcode, a password, or identity verification to make sure it's you. But this is the Charagma again. Right, this is the Charagma. This is what the elites of Esau have been planning for a long time. This guy Aaron Russo, I watched that video. I watched the video when I first came in a couple times, and he actually was going to the fact that they want to chip everyone. All right, they actually want to chip everyone. He actually said it in that video, the interview. They took the video down, of course. I haven't found it. If I can find it, or if it's still, I don't know if it's still there now. I'll say this: I haven't seen it in a while, but I believe they took it down. But if when you actually out there can find it, or you still have it, it's good to pull it up, and maybe if I find it, I'll share it. I'll share it because Aaron Russo was an elite insider. All right, and he was silenced, by the way, because he said that they have a plan to chip everyone. All right, so he said they really was going to push for it. All right, now if you know your research about RFID microchips, they've been chipping animals, all right, for a while. All right, so that's nothing new. They've been putting RFID tags on cattle and dogs and different animals. Now today you have the chip which is in your debit card. All right, but that debit card chip is going to be obsolete. All right, because why? Everything on your debit card, all right, including your medical records, including your state ID information or your driver's license information, all that stuff, all right, all your health history is going to be all on this chip. All right, it has that capability. That way, it's gonna be used. It's gonna be a multi-purpose chip. That's why I said Dugathor, because you're gonna be able to do everything you need as far as involving money transactions, going to see your doctor, dentist, what have you, grocery store with the RFID microchip. All right. So that's their whole plan, to go from the debit card or any kind of card, because you have where you got the matter of fact, I'll show you. They got the frequency shock waves working right now with the debit card, where you don't have to insert your debit card or slide it. You could just simply be in the close vicinity, or so many feet from it, it'll pick it up. Now I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. You brothers out there can see. Make sure I don't show my info. You see that the wave, those waving bars right there? So that right there, like when I'm at work, my main job, I can go to the vending machine. I don't have to slide it. I don't have to insert. Well, ain't no insert. Some of them have inserts, but I don't have to insert it. I don't have to slide it down the the part where you slide your debit card at. This is one of my debit cards, so I don't have to slide it anymore. I can just go up to it, hold it up a little bit, not so close to it. I just maybe within feet of it, feet and a half. it picks it right up. Dude, I type in, whatever I want. Get some water out the vending machine, and you know what I'm saying. Do all the digital, all the typing in on the thing. I can buy some of these stuff I want, and then I push in or complete, and it's done. All right. That's how the actual RFID chip works, man. Through radio frequency waves, radio frequency shock waves. Okay, so let's go back to scriptures. Let me go back to scriptures, man. So let's go to chapter 14. Chapter 12. I quoted it, now I'm going to read it. Revelation 12 and 12, it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." See? Who's the devil? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Who's the one that's bringing out this technology? Who's the one that's putting this technology out to the world? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Right? That's who. It's no secret. All right, because he wants total control of the people. All right, that's what he's aiming for. He wants to totally own you, man. All right, having your social security numbers or birth certificate, traded on the stocks, Wall Street. That's no longer working or necessary. What they're gonna do is put a chip in you, so they'll know your every exact move. All right. They've been doing the military like this for years. All right. And I remember that too with the brothers out in LA, GMS Ancient of Days. They had this Jake from Liberia came up, I believe it was Liberia. He had all those chips in him. He had a chip in each one of his limbs, his body. So this chipping process has been going on for years. All right, it haven't reached the masses of the people yet. And that's their plans, to have everyone chipped. All right, and that's these devils' wicked plan, man. But it's all according to prophecy. It's all according to prophecy. So we're not dismayed at that. All right, we're not dismayed at these wicked inventions that Esau have. Well, you can put Proverbs 16 and 4. It said, "The Lord made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil." Is it for someone to get a chip evil? That's putting a foreign object into your body. It's going to cause your body to react like it's cancer there, man. Because it's something foreign in your body. Okay? And there's a judgment for receiving of that chip for you Israelites, all you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans that receiving this man's charagma, his RFID microchip, which is the mark. There's a judgment for that. All right. So you don't try to play these old semantics that you didn't know or push it around like you wasn't warned. All right. Let's go to Revelation 14 and 9. I started Revelation 14 and 9, it says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand," those didn't say right hand at that time. It just says in his hand. For all you slick, shit-talking jakes out there, man. They think this is a joke. They think it's like this is fucking fun or something. not a joke. It's not a game. All right. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark, in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. He shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. This is what's going to happen to you. All you Israelites out there, they're going to follow this devil and get his mark, man. You're going to be destroyed right along with Babylon, which is America. All right? Most I ain't fucking around with you simple-minded Israelites no more, man. All you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, you think shit's a game? The Most High bring forth that judgment, talking shit against his men and against him and his son. You get that fucking chip, that's your ass, man. You're gonna eat a missile. Since it mentioned mixture and cup, let's go to let me finish it out real quick. It says the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, and the missiles, in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, which is Yahushua, man. That means you're gonna taste that second death. You're gonna be thrown into the lake of fire. Those of you right here in Babylon, because this place is gonna be turned to a lake of fire, man. From all those missiles in this place, man. You're gonna burn right with it. Look at that one nigga, man. I got the chip. I got the chip. Most High ain't fuck, man. He's not playing with you, man. Y'all think the Most High, see, y'all let Esau and this plantation Christianity cause you to think the Most High is some big softy, man. You're gonna see just how much of a man of war the Most High is, man. Psalm 75 and 8. I've been bringing this out a lot lately, so I don't know why. It's the spirit, man. I can't say I don't know why the spirit. You know?